Geordie Retro Chasers, out in the wild, as per usual. What is happening, internet? What is happening, YouTube? Welcome back to good old Geordie Retro Chasers. Geordie Retro Chasers is the channel dedicated to anything from the 80s and 90s. If it holds a little bit of nostalgia from those eras and we enjoy it, we'll get it on this show. Alright guys, welcome back to another Hunt in the Wild video where we've been out and about into the boot fairs of the northeast of England and we're trying to find those 80s and 90s relics, whether that's movies, toys, books, video games, you name it. If we can find it, like I said, and it holds a bit of nostalgia, it'll come in with a good old GRC. Alright guys, we had a great week last week in the wild and this week has been no different. Probably not as much variety of stuff, but some of the stuff we did find, I'm really looking forward to showing you. So let's stop me from shit cracking on. Let's get out there, let's have a little spy, and let's come back here and have a look what we picked up. Let's do this. No. Alright guys, just before we fly off to the car boot fair, we are here at Jackie White's Market, and we are about to have a look at the retro rooms, fully opening, fully functioning, open for business, tacking some lowy. Let's have a little spot. So guys, as you can now see, the retro rooms is open. It is open for business. All of the cabinets are now filled. As you can see, filled with stuff from TMNT, Last Action Hero. And we've got some good old Cobra Kai in the A-Team. And we got some He-Man.
Yeah, sure. Are you sure you have to look what we've got? Wow!
Battleshock.
The Repop part was good. They've got a weird little shine about them. Not just that, they've got different nice. What have you got?
Isabella, Mummy's Animal Crossing.
Oh, wow.
Now, as you can see, guys, we are open for business.
Just like my
Got it running. Got the game station running. Of course. And we've got all the loose figures here. Some retro vintage clothing. And of course, the good old Geordie Retro Chasers cabinet. So guys, come down, spend some money, give some love. Big shout out to the retro rooms. Good morning, Chasers. We are here on the northeast coastline to visit the car boot fairs. Let's get in there. Let's see if we can find some 80s and 90s retro goodness that we can take back and show to the world. We have little GRC back with us this week, so let's go do this new. Well guys, Dominic Torrero's just turned up. A big shout out to Big Dom.
8 to 9.
Oh, that's pretty decent. Guys, plenty of Funkos here. If you're into your Funko Pops. Dog tailspin now. Yeah, big shout out for yours. Oh, it's a PS2. Not much here for me, right? Nah, it's a third party. Never mind.
See, I picked the wrong football, have I? Yeah, not one. It's a waste of scanning is worth them.
So upsetting.
Pops here, guys. Oh, he's pretty sweet. Lovely there. Nice piece. Yeah, so doing alright. Right guys, found some GameCube games in the old wild. We found an old Spyro, yes bro. And of course you cannot want the Sims. Not very often you find the old cubes in the wild. No. Oh,
Oh my
Right, so if you
goodness.
don't already know, Mrs. GRC is a massive Whitney fan. She already has the bus, which someone picked up for a nice and boxed for Christmas. I think we're going to try and do a deal on this. Britney Spears is hot.
Yeah.
And this is old school, guys. Do you have a date on this? Wow. Let's have a look. 1965. It was first released in 1930. Look at the art of that. You're a Disney fan? That's the one for you. Guys, talk about classic cartoon. What a show this was. Anyone remember Dungeons and Dragons? Uni there? Unbelievable, Jeff. Classic or vintage retro stuff here. Not what I can see. Some decent top trumps. Some decent figures, but nothing we need. Three GameCube games I found in the wild in the last 20 minutes. This booth's laden with all sorts, guys. Some Dreamcast here. Got some GameCube, and we've got some real good PS2 titles.
Been a while since I saw you.
Really good PS2 titles.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Doing too bad today, guys. That'll be the third GameCube game we found in the wild, and it was a good old Metroid Prime. Nice. Who is that chicky chubby? Anyone recognise him? Is he old? Is he old? Is he old? 2013, so not that old, guys. No, just thought he might have been vintage, guys. What a book this was. You can stick your Charlie and your Chocolate Factories here and stick your George, your James and the Giant Peach. That is the best Roald Dahl book. Full bit of the old vintage Beauty and the Beast thing is a sweet plushie. Is he vintage? Or is he a Build-A-Bear workshop? Who knows? Please be smoked, guys. Does anyone remember this? What an old school piece this is. These guys have got some really good board games. So, Game of Knowledge.
The Game of Knowledge from MB.
Oh, that's the other game I was on about. Took you 45 minutes to set it up. Took you 2 minutes to play it. Good out, guys. If you know me well, you will say, pick yourself that up, son. Do yourself a favour. Get through your test. Yeah, if Jay was here, he'd be beefing us for it. But look how old that is. Minty.
Do your camera expert. You are? Watch it.
How's the video camera, man? A quid?
Then go on, matey lad. Get in there for a quid. Watch out for that tree.
We don't film it.
Thank you, Grant. Cheers. It just caught my eye there.
Yeah.
This is how I was walking past.
It's all my dad's.
Is it?
He doesn't hurt anymore.
Anyways, mate.
I
Definitely.
think we've got some more somewhere, to be honest. We don't fucking know.
Oh, mind. Well, maybe someone bought them. Maybe them
No.
too. Yeah, cheers. Yeah. Maybe might have him. Them raggy dolls there. And got some Let me know in the comments, guys. Would you have picked those VHS up quid each? The raggy dolls was pretty decent, but I've just got nowhere to put them. No, they take up so much room, old school VHS. Even if they're in them cardboard sleeves, they still take up loads of room. Never mind. Onwards, guys. Some random stuff on this mat here. Do you know if we've got any old vintage toys or anything? A couple of games here. Not much to write home about. Toys. Don't think there's much here for me. There's a pretty cool Gambit here from X-Men. I think it's Gambit. Then slate us in the fucking comments if it's not. And then you've got the good old Original white Power Ranger here. Looks like he's been on this. Looks like he's been on the snouts. Look at that, front is white. Yellow. Might be some bleach like. Thank you guys. They all shelf was Assassin's Creed. I've seen that one before. Wheel spin. Recognize that game? Look what we found again. More VHS. Some pretty decent ones in here. Yeah, 10 worse old Comrade, lad. Fucking what a legend he was. Thanks, mate. Cheaper than the guy around there. I wonder if it's 150 each. Oh. Still living in gangsters' paradise. They're cool, aren't they? Like the vintage, bro. Little Disney one here, that is definitely vintage, so. Nice pieces. Alright, guys, little bolo. A little bit of CEX for her. Yeah, it is only just danced, but it is sealed. Paid £1 for it. We'll trade in for a £5. Kaboom! It's pretty decent. Modern. Dudes. Why am I bro having this? It's a money box. Yeah, it is. That's how much to charge. How much you want for your money box, mate?
Just £20.
Yes, get the off your budget. I've seen this before, guys. Oh, zoom out. Look at the old Star Wars graphic novel here. It's pretty decent. Oh, it's dated 1994. Yes, lad. Should have really picked up that Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort, but it didn't have a case with it. There's no if I should have picked it up, guys, in the comments. It's all about vintage, guys. And there's another couple of vintage pieces. Yeah, good mate. Yeah. One's pretty vintage as well, isn't it? Yeah. Nice pieces there. Not for me, but some pretty decent titles there. Yeah. Some pretty decent titles there too. Steel book there. What a set of films that is, guys. Anyone remember Critters? Holy moly. Talk about an 80s classic. See if it's worth out. Some vintage cups, guys. Why? I don't think they're dated. Are they? No. Never mind. Again, pretty much just fillers, guys. Not much there for me. Plenty of games here, just not enough.
Right. Need stuff sent just to the shop on yourself. So whereabouts are you? Literally. Oh, up the top of yours.
PS1 games here.
Like that side of it.
PS1. Not for me, right? But
And then there's like
what game that was by the way? Yes, mate.
I didn't have myself. I was hoping you were going to enlighten me.
Pretty decent, guys. How much are these little books, mate?
They get old comics, and there's some Action Man ones in there.
Just these ones I'm interested in.
Just them ones there.
I still find it pretty surreal when people stop me and say, hey, you watch your YouTube channel. Cheers, guys. Keep watching. This is different, guys. Never seen them before. Have you seen anything like that? Got a little pixelated Ken. Nice. Oh, really? Out the who? Nice. Look at these guys. That is awesome. No, I'm doing a video for my YouTube channel. Oh, I thought I was checking the prices. I just do anything.
All right, yeah.
How much are your Austin Powers figures, mate?
We were asking 15 each, but
Oh, behave.
That guys, remember this? Did it used to project things onto the wall? It was in a bit of a bad condition. I'll probably pick this up actually. Let's see how much you want. Fortunately, the chap wanted a tenner for that Ghostbusters thing. Yeah, it was pretty vintage, pretty retro, but it was bad. Bottom was missing.
definitely not worth it.
This is a canny stall, guys. If you're into, you know, if you want any Blu-rays, loads of PS2 and Xbox 360s. By the way, what a game that is. Shame we haven't got any vintage stuff here, but never mind, guys. Never mind. What a great thing they were. Yes, lads. Big shout out to Tazo. Got something reminding you of being at school. Haven't seen you all day going electric for a long time. What a piece that is, mate. What a piece of history that is. I run a YouTube channel dedicated to 80s and 90s.
Yeah?
What a piece that is.
Right, guys, that is us done at the car boot fair. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back, we're going to have a look, we're going to debunk, but first and foremost, we're going to go for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go have some lunch. See you back at Chase HQ. Alright, Internetlings, welcome back to Chase HQ. Let's have a look and see what we picked up this week. We'll kick off as per usual with the boot fair pickups. So we'll start with the knick-knacky things and work our way up. And then to kick us off is these tiny little He-Man Masters of the Universe miniature comics. Sticking with the books, I think this one might have been £2, I think, but let's have a little look. See, you'll have seen it in the footage. And it was a Star Wars illustration, of course, a graphic novel called Dark of the Empire. Right, guys, we didn't actually pick up any figures this week from the boot fairs, but we did pick up some disc-based bits and bobs. So let's have a look at the disc-based stuff we got. Kicking off with two cheeky old-school 1990s DVDs. First one being Dungeons and Dragons. What a set of shows that was. And the second, of course, is the Biker Mice from Mars. Them two were £1 each. Then a little one to be on a bolo for, so be on the lookout, is Just Dance 4. You know, I showed you in the footage, this bad boy is still sealed. So, do I sit on him? You know, he wasn't a bad, I'm sure we only paid £1 for him, I think. But he does trade in at 5, so he will probably go in the CEX pile, which is a bit of a stinker, really, because I'm pretty sure if you take sealed games in, CEX will open them. But that was the reason why I picked him up, was to flip it CEX. Boom. And then, of course, not something that we find in the wild every week, and there were 3 Nintendo GameCube games. And the boot fair pickup of the week is, bearing in mind this only cost £2, the huge big remote control Mario Kart. As soon as we got there, there was a gentleman who had quite a bit on his table, and he was, you know, he had some old school games on there, some PS1 stuff, some PS2 bits, Xbox 360, and he actually had this at his feet. The reason I got him for £2 is he is actually missing his remote control. Ben seen me with this and asked me from the retro rooms if I wanted to make a profit on it already, but he is going to go on display. In fact, help me out, YouTube. Who has a remote for this Mario? If you have a remote for it, let me know in the comments below. That would be really appreciated. Okay, let's have a look at the non-boot fair pickups. We are almost done. This video, you know, this part of the video shouldn't be too long. I'm trying to trim these down as long as I can. We picked up 3 GameCube games from CEX. First one we picked up was Viewful Joe, which is an absolute epic game. If you haven't played this, get yourself a copy. It's reasonably cheap. I think it was £15. And we picked up Smuggler's Run. And last but not least, the other game we got, of course, was Soul Calibur 2. So 3 more GameCube titles added from CEX. Sweet. And of course, we had a little visit or a little jaunt into Newcastle. So that means we went to that retro game shop. We haven't given Kev a shout out for a good couple episodes. So big shout out Kev Moon. Let's have a look what we got off Kev. They were literally shelf fillers. Took them off his hands and they'll go on my shelf rather than his. We've got FIFA 2003, Formula 1 2002, 007 Nightfire, and FIFA 2004. I think Kev done all 5 games for a tenner, so £2 each. Proper fillers. And my last pickup of the week, of course, is a good old Bam Bam Bigelow from the WWF Hasbro collection. Coming courtesy of Ben and Adi from the retro rooms. So, big shout out. And of course, Jack. Let's not forget young Jack. Big shout out, Jack. Big shout out to the 3 lads from the retro rooms who hook me up every time I go with good deals. If you haven't been or you haven't seen it, of course, you'll have seen right at the start of the footage. It's now open for business. It is bustling with people. Get yourself down there. Grab yourself some retro stuff. Tell them I sent you. Big shout out to the boyos at the retro room. And of course, Bam Bam Bigelow. And that concludes our pickups video for another week. So we have now tipped that 350 subscribers. So what we're going to do is we are going to have another cheeky giveaway. And again, we are going to give another mystery box away. And all you need to do to be in a chance to win it, comment on this video. And what I'll do is I will harvest all the comments in a week's time. We'll put them on a spin the wheel. We'll spin the wheel. And one lucky viewer will be receiving a Geordie Retro Chasers mystery box. On that subject, if you are commenting, then do me a couple other little favours. Can you give this video a little like? So just do me a little favour. Go and hit the sub button, hit the bell, and you'll never miss another video from this dipstick, aka Geordie Retro Chaser. Right guys, thank you very much for tuning in. You know, that's probably 20 minutes of your life you're never going to get back. So honestly, I really appreciate you taking the time out to watch me shit crack on, float around a few car boots, and try and find some toys. In the meantime, guys, have yourselves a wicked week. Get yourself over to the Retro Rooms or that Retro Store, any of the stores I mentioned, Nerd Arcade, any of those lads will look after you. Tell them Pete from Geordie Retro Chaser sent you. Fingers crossed, they might hook you up with some deals. Take it easy, guys. We'll catch you on the flip side. Peace!